Happy guinea pig!
PSV Odyssey YouTube channel signature dish.
Hi, I'm Alyne. Welcome to my kitchen. And y'all, it is May, and it is that time. It is signature dish time. So, who is getting the signature dish in May? Well, his name is Paul, and he has a channel called PSV Odyssey.
PSV!
And, I see Paul in my lives, in Piggy's lives, in pretty much any live I go into, he's in there. So he is a great supporter of all the channels. And a little bit about him is that he has videos about travel, food, music, and more. He has some awesome little videos. I will admit I have not watched a great lot of his videos, but the past couple days I have really started watching several of them. I've seen a few before then, and the ones I had seen were food reviews from where he'd taken cruises, and it was the food that had been served on the cruises. And I found out there's a whole lot more to the videos than what I have actually seen. He has videos of his own cooking and him cooking. He has videos of where he's traveled and doing food reviews. The one that stuck out to me because it made me laugh was he was doing a pizza review from Helen, Georgia. And he called it floppy pizza, and I just had to laugh because I kind of agree with him. I'm not one for floppy pizza either. I want a little bit of bite to my crust. I don't want it to be a floppy pizza. But he said it was good. So, but that was just, that one got me. He also has live streams in which he does trivia. Now, I don't know exactly when he goes live. I know the ones I saw that were live were for Saturdays at 6:30 p.m. and they lasted about 30 minutes or so. But I didn't get a notification when he went live, so I didn't know. Like I said, so he does live streams with trivia. He does various cooking, travel, food and beverage videos. He does food reviews and more. And he also has a lot of short videos. And on the short videos is where he, like I said, there are all kinds of videos. Shorts from where he's traveled, shorts from where he's reviewing his own cooking. It's just so many different things. He's got so many interests. And I love how he described himself in his about on his page. And he said the world's okayest guitar player and the world's okayest chef. So, Paul, you have a great sense of humor. I love it. And I try to remember some things about everyone when they commented things in my lives. And I hope I remember correctly and got this right for Paul. But y'all, if y'all have not checked out PSV Odyssey, please do so. And if you decide to subscribe, please let him know that Piggy and I sent you over, okay? Okay, now, the one thing I truly remember Paul saying was about something he likes, actually loves, and that is blackberries. We were doing trivia on one of my live streams, and the subject of blackberries came up, and Paul made the comment that he loves blackberries, which is a good thing because I had already decided to make this particular dish for him. I was in the process of working on it when he had commented on it, and I thought, that's perfect. It works so well together. So what I'm making for PSV Odyssey is a grilled blackberry pork chop with a blackberry salad and ginger dressing. Okay? Now, I'm going to tell you, if you're going to grill this, you can do it however you want to do it. Basically, you can do it on charcoal grill, gas grill, electric grill, George Foreman grill, however you want to grill it. Personally, I am going to be grilling it in my little oven over here on the grill setting because we had some major storms last night and a lot of rain, and it is just still extremely wet outside, and I don't feel like setting my grill up out there with my porch is full of stuff right now because we've had some stuff going on. So I'm grilling on the inside in my oven. If you want to grill on a grill, you do so. If you want to grill on charcoal, gas, whatever, that's entirely up to you.
Oh, I'm proud of that thing right there. Does a fine job.
It does. I've grilled a lot of stuff, and it's really good. It has good flavor grilling in there. Okay, so first thing we're going to need is 2 pork chops, and I suggest anywhere from 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch thick. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut the top off of this. So, Piggy, Piggy, will you give me a pair of tongs, please?
Well, it wouldn't be no different than a lot of the others. I get Peggy, Puggy.
Peggy. I was saying Peggy. I was saying Patty with an A.
I mean, you know, I get all sorts. Typos are fun. I love busting folks out when they do the typos. I can tell it's a typo.
Yeah.
It's those that you can tell they're just being lazy and don't care.
Okay, now these are butterfly chops. You can see how thick they are, I hope. But what I'm going to do is I'm putting these in my plastic bag here because I'm going to make a blackberry marinade to go on top of these. And I'll keep my tongs. Well, I'll let you have the tongs because I don't need them. Okay. Now I'll go over my list of ingredients. I'll tell you everything I have here, then I'll be ready to start making stuff. Again, you saw the 2 pork chops. For the blackberry vinaigrette, which is going to be my marinade. Now this is a vinaigrette that can be used on a salad. It can be used as a marinade. Use it however you want to use it. It is going to be 2 tablespoons of blackberry vinegar. Y'all remember that? Blackberry vinegar. I told you I had a recipe coming up using that. 1 tablespoon of minced shallots. Well, y'all, this right here may be a touch more than a tablespoon for the simple fact that I had a small shallot. Piggy minced it up. That's what's in there. In here, I have 1/4 of a teaspoon of sugar, 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, and 1/8 of a teaspoon of pepper. Okay, it also calls for 1/4 cup of oil. I have my oil sitting over here with this stuff over here. Okay, so that's my vinaigrette ingredients minus the oil. Okay, over here, this is for my ginger dressing that is going to be going on my blackberry salad. Okay, now the ingredients for the ginger dressing is 2 tablespoons of finely minced ginger. For y'all, instead of buying ginger and trying to mince it myself, I come up with this. I found it at the store. I did get this at Food Line. It's Spice World minced ginger, and this is what it looks like. It is finely minced.
Any of y'all work for or own any part of Food Line, y'all remember that we shouted y'all out.
And I'll let Piggy put that in the refrigerator now that it's open. Okay, so it calls for 2 tablespoons of the finely minced ginger. Calls for 1/4 teaspoon. Now this is teaspoon, not tablespoon. Teaspoon of minced garlic. 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. It calls for 1/4 cup of rice vinegar, any brand. I just happen to have the Niskan rice vinegar. It's natural rice vinegar. And it calls for 1/3 cup of oil. On these oils, you can use olive oil, vegetable oil, grape seed oil, avocado oil, whatever kind of oil you want to use, you can use it, okay? That's your choice. I happen to have vegetable oil. That's what I'm using. Now over here to my right, I have the ingredients for my blackberry salad. I do not have actual measure amounts on this, on what I'm going to use. But I have some artisanal lettuce, which is basically going to be my mixed greens. I've got down for mixed salad greens. And the reason I'm not putting amounts on this because I figure you can put what you want to your taste, okay? I have 6 ounces of blackberries here, which they will probably all get used. I have some feta cheese, and I will probably use, let's see how much is in here. I'll probably use about half of this container. And this is a 4-ounce container, so I'll probably use about 2 ounces of feta cheese. The recipe is going to call for 1 peach sliced, cleaned and sliced. Wash, you can leave the peel on or you peel it however you want to do. I could not find fresh peaches anywhere, which I'm guessing is because it's not peach season. So I'm going to use some canned sliced peaches that have been drained. No. Sometimes you have to do what you got to do because you can't find what you need.
Yeah, they didn't know the stores we went to have peaches at all.
No. And it also calls for toasted almonds. Like I said, this is something I came up with. I like the toasted almonds. So I'm going to use 1/4 cup of slivered almonds and toast them in a tablespoon of butter. And I will not show me toasting the almonds. If you want to see the toasted almonds, I have several other videos with like my green beans almondine and other things where I'm toasting almonds. You can always check that out on there. Okay? So those are my ingredients. I'm going to have Piggy go ahead and put my salad stuff back up for me real quick, except for these 2 items, and I'll set them here. You just set them in the refrigerator anywhere, Piggy.
Set them in the fridge anywhere.
And the reason for that is that I'm not going to make the salad up until the pork chops are on the grill. And the reason also for that is because this is going to have to sit in the marinade for a minute. You okay, Piggy?
Yeah.
Okay. It needs to sit in the marinade for at least 30 minutes. And I was saying from 30 minutes to an hour. And the reason for that being, I want it to infuse into the pork chops. Ideally, maybe 2 or 3, 4 hours, whatever. But we've got it, and we're going to do it for about 30 to 45 minutes. And like I said, while that's marinating and everything, then I can work on other things. And then once we get these on the grill is when I'll start prepping my salad stuff. Okay, so to make the marinade, again, 1/4 cup of oil. And y'all, I don't remember if y'all remember me telling you, but the blackberry vinegar is based off of a raspberry vinegar recipe. So if you like raspberry vinaigrette and do not want to have to pay the price for it at the grocery store, make up your own raspberry vinegar and make up your own raspberry vinaigrette, because you can use this recipe to make a raspberry vinaigrette. And Piggy, will you hand me a fork, please? And then you can use this vinaigrette on your salads.
Work.
Now the vinaigrette, once made up, if you are using it for salads and not on, or as a marinade or whatever, it will last, I think, it can be refrigerated for up to 2 weeks. So I think that's a good thing that you can refrigerate this vinaigrette for, like I said, up to 2 weeks. Okay. And yes, y'all, that is going to be more than enough marinade for my pork chop. And I do have this in a plastic baggie. I figured this was going to be the easiest, cleanest way to do this. And as you can see, I'm going to do my zipper bag, close it up, and then I'm going to get this marinade all over these pork chops. I will
Lather them.
let some of this air out of here. And what I'm going to do now, like I said, close this back up. I've got that all in on top of that meat. And I'm going to set this in this bowl, and we will set that in the refrigerator for it to marinate for a good 30 to 45 minutes. And I will set a timer for that. That way, we can have this done. Timer, 30 minutes. Alright, I need that little measuring cup back, Piggy. I have me a jar. And I'm going ahead and making up my ginger dressing, y'all. That's what I'm fixing to do. And again, this is going to be 2 tablespoons of ginger, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, a half of a teaspoon of minced garlic, and a 1/4 of a cup of rice vinegar, and a 1/3 of a cup of oil. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do my 1/3 of a cup. Well, I'll go ahead and do my vinegar first, y'all. That won't leave a coat. 1/4 of a cup of rice vinegar. And I'm going to pour it into my jar. Well, y'all, I will get this on here sooner or later. There we go. Hopefully sooner
Goes
than
over
later.
there on that little shelf thing I made.
Yep. That you made and I put together.
Yeah.
Now 1/3 of a cup of oil.
Yeah, I had to help with that part of it.
Okay, if you don't mind, set that back over there for me. And we will
Over
pour
there
our,
around the can opener.
yeah, pour our oil in there.
Pour it in.
And I guess I need a little spoon or fork again.
Which one?
Either one, whatever you grab first. I just got to put this stuff into this jar. There's my ginger. Yeah, it's got a great smell to it.
Where? I don't see ginger.
Ginger's minced up going into the jar. Sorry, Ginger.
If ginger was here, I better be getting my hug.
Okay. Give those to Piggy. And now for this, put the lid on it and shake it till it's mixed up very well.
Can you get it, baby, now?
Just like you would for any type of, just like Italian dressing, if you made it up fresh, any type like that, you would shake it up. As long as it's got an oil and vinegar base, you shake it up and mix it together. And that's what, we're going to let that settle. This can be refrigerated. And this can also be refrigerated for up to 2 weeks. So, this is what we've got right now until the pork chops get done. Marinating, I should say. So we will see y'all back in probably about 26 to 30 some odd minutes. And then we'll start grilling them chops.
All right.
All right, y'all. I've got my oven preheated. Set that back at 14. And get ready to put my pork chops on my griddle here. All right. Oh yeah, hear that sizzle, y'all?
Already a sizzling.
Oh yeah, put both of those in there. Now we'll put back in the oven. I've got it set for 14 minutes. It'll cook for about 7. Then I'll flip them at that point, and they'll cook for an additional 7. And while that is cooking, I'm going to put my salad together.
Look at number 7.
Mm-hmm. All right. I've got my almonds toasted. I'll move that right there out of my way for a minute. Piggy and I went ahead and we cut up the lettuce already. And this is our mixed lettuce. And you'll notice I'm only going to put it on about half of the dish here because I'm going to put the pork chop on this other half of the dish.
Starting to look good to me.
That's already starting to smell good to me. Again, y'all, this is for Paul at PSV Odyssey. Paul, I hope you like the concept of the fish. We'll give this to Piggy.
Well, thank you.
And next I will put some blackberries on here. And I won't put the dressing on until we get the pork chops out, y'all. So we'll go ahead and do everything else except for dress the salad. Yeah, if I can get these blackberries opened up. Hey, here we go. We got them. We got them.
Ain't those packages aggravating?
They sure enough can be. Now think about this, y'all. If you don't like blackberries, this might not be the dish for you.
Use blueberries.
Well, that's what I was starting to say. You can always use an alternate type of berry. But if you do, you might want to look up and see what goes with that berry. So that's what I did before making this salad up, is I actually looked up to see what fruits, vegetables, and things like that went with blackberries, and what they could be used with.
Like anything else, you adapt it to your taste.
Yeah, and that way it would be, there you go, Piggy, you can have the rest of those.
Oh boy.
Like I said, so I looked to see what other fruits, vegetables, went with blackberries, and peaches go with blackberries. And there were several other things that they listed, but I thought peaches sound really good with blackberries. And we took those canned peaches and we cut the slices into halves. And we're just going to put some of these on here. And I did drain these before I had Piggy cut them. I let them sit in the strainer for quite a while so that they could be drained. If you're using fresh, you don't have to worry about straining them, and it is entirely up to you whether or not you peel them. Some people like to peel, some people don't. It's just to each their own is all I'm going to tell you on that.
As with everything.
That's with everything.
To each their own.
If you don't like feta cheese, then you can, of course, substitute the cheese. I would say some kind of maybe farmer's cheese, Oaxacan cheese, something like that. But I think feta will work really well with it simply because of the flavor. And of course we have our toasted almonds. We'll spread these out on top of this. I'll get half to one and half to the other. And all I did was I put about a half to a tablespoon of butter in my skillet, melted it, and I put a heaping 1/4 cup of almonds in that butter and cooked it until they were toasty. So we've got this now. Oh, feta cheese. I forgot the feta cheese, y'all. I'm sitting here talking about the feta.
Forgot the cheese.
I forgot the cheese. We're just going to sprinkle a little bit of this on here.
Lord have mercy. They'd be forgetting the cheese now.
Oh, I know. Yeah, feta is probably one of my all-time favorite the crumbly cheeses. I mean, if you don't like feta, you could probably use blue cheese if you like blue cheese. So think about that. The blue cheese would be good.
So there's a lot of these things I didn't think I'd ever like. I never tried them. I got with her. Whole new world, people.
Piggy has tried so many new foods since we have been together. And he's like, some of the stuff is like, well, where's it been all my life? And then some of the other stuff is like, you can keep it.
Some of those stuff's been I could have done them without it the rest of my life.
All right. We got this much done. And what we're going to do is we're going to pause or take a short break while the pork chops finish cooking. I will flip them in about a minute and let it cook for those 7 minutes, and then we'll be back to finish plating everything up and do our good taste test. So see you then. All right, yeah, we're back. Everything is done. Unfortunately, my pork chops did not get the grill marks on them that I wanted. And it could have been that I didn't have my oven grill set up high enough. Or it could have just been there was so much moisture in the pork chops. I don't know which. But they are done.
Could be a combination.
Could be a combination. But they are done. And they smell good. I can tell you that right now. So I'm looking forward to trying this. And I'm going to let Piggy get me a picator before I get started. And then we will try this and see how it turned out.
Here, you take that. And here we go. We're going to down periscope. There it is.
So there it is.
There it is. Ain't no whoop to it. Alright, folks.
Alright, before we get started, I'm going to put some dressing on both of these.
Oh, here we go, here we go.
Yeah, we actually tasted this just to make sure it's going to taste okay. Put a couple spoonfuls on each one. And if Piggy wants more on his, he can, of
I'm
course.
going to go ahead and put 3 on mine. That's some good stuff, folks.
Alright, there's Piggy's.
Here we go, here we go. Man,
So what did you try first, Piggy?
tried that pork chop.
Pork chop tastes good?
Oh, man.
Alright, give Piggy the spoon for the dressing. Now I get to taste test, y'all. So, Paul, I'm doing this for you. I hope you like it. This little bowl gives me an odd angle, but that's okay. I'll keep it down.
That's alright. If you don't like it, I do. I'll eat it.
Alright, I got maybe a good bite, y'all. Oh, wow.
Yeah, now you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, wow. That blackberry marinade. Mmm. Mmm.
Uh-huh. It keeps coming for you, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get me a little bite of everything on this.
I got feta on my that.
Ding, 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 ding.
Mm. Yeah.
That's it right there.
Well, that right there is where seeing what goes together works. Not to say you can't put other things together that you don't know about, but oh yeah, that really works right there. That ginger dressing with the blackberries, the peaches. And the only reason I did that, yeah, is because I looked up to see what went with blackberries. And peaches and feta cheese and ginger are just some that was on the list, and I went ahead and mixed all that together, and that's how I got this.
Don't spoil the magic.
Mm. Mm.
I'll be taking that in there to watch my shows with.
That's good. Paul, I hope you like it. I thank you for letting me do this for you. I hope you'll have a great day. And please don't forget to go check out PSV Odyssey. I will leave the link in the title and in the description. And I thank you so very much for watching. Hope you'll have a great day. Bye, guys.
Bye, y'all.
Where's my phone?